Welcome to another episode of Fast Meals. On this episode, we will be tackling this delicious rack of lamb recipe, which many people consider the filet mignon of the lamb. This roasted rack of lamb is rubbed down with mustard, seasoned generously with salt and pepper, coated with a mixture of garlic and thyme, and then roasted over rich hickory for a simple take on an elevated dish. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our videos so you don't miss out on any delicious recipe as soon as they drop.
Delicious.
Let's start out by mixing 1 tablespoon of thyme and 1 tablespoon of rosemary to a small bowl to create the wet rub. Mix in ½ ounce yellow mustard, then add in 5 cloves of fresh garlic and combine into a paste. Next, you want to trim and clean the lamb if your butcher hasn't already done so. You want to remove any excess fat on them and just keep them nice and even for an even cooking time. This part right here is probably the most time-consuming out of the whole cooking process. But trust me, it must be done for a better tasting rack of lamb. Now you want to add the dry rub. Here you can add any dry rub. I like this one that I get from Costco, and it works for all kinds of meat. Just use whichever you like. After adding the dry rub, let's add in the wet one we created earlier using the mustard. Slather the wet rub all over, not missing 1 inch of the rack. Trust me, it's that good. Insert the probe into the center of the rack of lamb, avoiding any bones and large pockets of fat if possible. Place the rack of lamb fat side down directly on the grill grates. Close the lid and cook for 20 minutes. Turn the rack of lamb over so the fat side is up and cook for 10 minutes or until the internal temperature reaches 150 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove the lamb from the grill and let it rest for 10 minutes. I like to put mine in an oven that is off to rest because I feel that helps it retain the heat better. But you could also leave it as is on the counter or cover it with foil. Slice the rack between the bones into chops and serve. Enjoy! In the end, a rack of lamb just comes down to a few ingredients and the right temperature. Just make sure to follow our recipe to get the best and most succulent lamb you have ever tasted. And if you don't have one of the wood-fired grills like I do, this recipe also works in the oven. I hope you enjoyed our video. Please subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos premiering once a week. If you loved or hated our video, please leave us a comment because we love to hear from you. Until next time, this is Fast Meals.
Delicious.